The radical Islamic group Boko Haram has been terrorizing Nigeria for the last several years. And although Nigeria's military has claimed some big victories over the Muslim fighters, they continue to terrorize the nation. One of their most notorious attacks was last year when Boko Haram captured nearly 300 girls at a Christian girls' school. Our reporter George Thomas got a first-hand look at the terrible toll these Islamic terrorists have taken on the families.
There is nothing ordinary about this Sunday service at St. Teresa. For that matter, nothing at the church or in this town has been ordinary for some time. St. Teresa is in Yola, Nigeria, where people fleeing the Islamic terror group Boko Haram now outnumber residents of the city. 3,000 of them are taking shelter at St. Teresa's, including many girls like Abigail John, who were held captive by Boko Haram for weeks. John was held for a month before she escaped.
They said we would be married off as soon as we got well and that they would marry us to their members who are single. We never thought we would regain our freedom.
St. Teresa houses more internally displaced people, or IDPs, than any other church in Adamawa State. And now this place of worship turned refugee center has become a safe haven for survivors to tell their stories.
For some of them, it's very painful to go through this process of even telling what happened to them. But gradually, they are able to open up and to talk freely, to feel accepted and to feel that the world has not turned its back on them.
20-year-old Dorcas Aiden was another of those caught by Boko Haram. She, along with 50 other Christian girls, were kidnapped and forced to study Quranic verses and say daily Muslim prayers.
They showed us videos on laptops every day, and they are showing us the way they are killing people, killing soldiers. And they say if they catch you ladies, they will marry the ladies, and if they catch a man, they will kill the man.
Aiden's family knows how fortunate they are to have their daughter back.
I had no hope that I would get Dorcas back. That was my fear.
Today, this father's prayer and that of many at the church are for the Chibok girls. A year ago next month, Boko Haram fighters kidnapped 276 girls, mostly Christian, from a school in Chibok. 57 escaped, but 219 are still being held.
We cannot be a society that would move on when 219 young women that went to acquire knowledge are nowhere to be found.
The girls' abduction drew global protests and launched the Twitter hashtag campaign, Bring Back Our Girls. But since then, the plight of those girls has been largely forgotten.
Who are we?
But not for Obi Ezekweli and her group. Since the kidnapping, she and family members of the girls have met every day in this park in the capital city Abuja to pray and demand that the Nigerian government make bringing back the girls alive a top priority.
If the world moves on without seeing that the utmost effort is made to rescue these girls, the whole world sends a wrong signal to every child in school.
And it's not just the Chibok girls. Today, Boko Haram has been venturing into neighboring countries like Cameroon and Niger and kidnapping additional men and women. It continues to show the brazenness of this group as they attempt to turn Nigeria, Africa's most populated country, into an Islamic emirate.
Now the concern is that Boko Haram could turn the Chibok girls into suicide bombers. Weeks after they were kidnapped, Boko Haram deployed their first ever female suicide bomber. Since then, several girls, including a 7-year-old, were used in suicide attacks, killing hundreds of people.
Those whom they captured who are Christians, they literally forced them to accept their teaching and get converted. And they did that. And if you refuse to accept that, they kill you instantly. This is where it all started, Borno State in Maiduguri.
John Kalma runs CBN's disaster relief operations in Nigeria. In October 2014, Boko Haram fighters overran his hometown in Mubi, less than 100 miles from Yola, kidnapping and killing scores of Christians.
They wanted to wipe out and cleanse the whole society so that Islam will be the only religion that will be dominant.
The terror group promptly raised their black Islamic flag and renamed his town City of Islam. Several Christian girls were kidnapped and sold into sexual slavery. And it didn't stop there.
They made sure they burned down every single church in the whole town.
Mubi has since been retaken by Nigerian forces and residents are slowly returning. CBN News obtained these exclusive pictures showing Christians worshipping in their destroyed churches.
To be a Christian in the Northeast is very dangerous. You are just risking your life. But the Christian brethren there, they are strong in their faith. They still hold on to Jesus Christ.
Nigeria and 4 neighboring countries have launched a military offensive across the Northeast to recapture territory held by Boko Haram. Meanwhile, back at St. Teresa's Church, worship fills the compound as survivors can only hope and pray for the safe return of captives and for an end to the radical Islamic warfare against the people of Nigeria. George Thomas, CBN News, Abuja, Nigeria.